5 things you should never do at night after 60. They could be hurting your health. Have you ever wondered if the things you do every night could actually be affecting your health more than you realize? After 60, your body doesn't always respond to nighttime habits the way it did when you were younger. Something that once seemed completely harmless, eating a heavy meal before bed, getting up too quickly, or spending hours staring at your phone, can become more important as you age. And here's the part many people don't talk about. Some nighttime habits may quietly increase your risk of falls, poor sleep, blood sugar problems, heartburn, dehydration, or other health complications. That doesn't mean you need to be afraid of nighttime. It means you need to be smarter about what you do before bed. In today's video, we're going to discuss 5 simple things you should avoid doing at night, especially after the age of 60. And stay until the end, because number 5 is something many older adults do without realizing that it could put them at risk. Let's get started. Number 1, don't eat a heavy meal right before bed. One of the most common nighttime habits is eating a large meal shortly before going to sleep. Maybe dinner was late, maybe you felt hungry again after watching television, or maybe you simply enjoy having a snack before bed. An occasional small snack isn't necessarily a problem. The bigger concern is regularly eating large, heavy meals right before lying down. As we get older, digestive issues such as acid reflux can become more noticeable. When you eat a large meal and then immediately lie down, stomach contents can move upward into the esophagus more easily. That can lead to heartburn, discomfort, coughing, or disrupted sleep. And poor sleep isn't just about feeling tired the next morning. Consistently poor sleep can affect your mood, concentration, energy, and overall quality of life. So what should you do instead? Try to finish your main evening meal a few hours before bedtime whenever your schedule allows. If you're genuinely hungry later, consider something small and simple rather than a large, heavy meal. And pay attention to your own body. If certain foods repeatedly cause nighttime heartburn, such as spicy, greasy, or acidic foods, talk with your healthcare professional about what changes might help. The goal isn't to go to bed hungry. The goal is to give your body enough time to settle before you lie down. Number 2, don't drink too much alcohol at night. For some adults, a drink in the evening has become part of the daily routine, but alcohol can interfere with sleep, even if it initially makes you feel sleepy. You may fall asleep quickly, but your sleep can become less restful. You may wake up during the night, feel groggy in the morning, or notice that your sleep quality isn't what it used to be. And there's another concern for older adults. Alcohol can affect balance, coordination, judgment, and reaction time. Those effects become especially important if you wake up during the night to use the bathroom. Imagine this. It's 2 a.m. The room is dark. You're half asleep. You stand up quickly. You're a little dizzy, and your balance isn't perfect. Now add alcohol to that situation. The risk of falling can become much more concerning. Falls are one of the major safety concerns for older adults, and a nighttime fall can result in serious injuries. So if you drink alcohol, be thoughtful about how much you're consuming and how it affects you. And never assume that alcohol is a harmless sleep aid. If you take medications, it's also important to ask your doctor or pharmacist whether alcohol can interact with them. Sometimes the safest nighttime habit is simply choosing water or another non-alcoholic drink instead. Number 3, don't spend hours on your phone in bed. Here's a habit that has become extremely common. You get into bed, you tell yourself you're going to check your phone for 5 minutes. Then you watch one video, read one article, check social media, look at the news, answer a few messages, and suddenly it's midnight. The problem isn't just the time you're losing. Bright screens and stimulating content can make it harder for your brain to transition into sleep. And constantly checking notifications can keep your mind active when your body is supposed to be winding down. For older adults, getting consistent, restorative sleep becomes especially important for maintaining energy and daily function. So instead of taking your phone to bed every night, consider creating a simple wind-down routine. Maybe read a physical book, listen to calm music, do some gentle stretching. Write down tomorrow's tasks so your mind doesn't keep thinking about them, or simply sit quietly for a few minutes. You don't need an expensive sleep gadget. You don't need a complicated routine. Sometimes the best nighttime routine is simply giving your brain fewer things to process. And here's a simple challenge. For the next 7 nights, try putting your phone away 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. See whether you notice a difference in how quickly you fall asleep and how refreshed you feel the next morning. Number 4, don't ignore your need to use the bathroom. This one may sound simple, but it's important. Many older adults wake up during the night needing to use the bathroom. Some people try to ignore the feeling because they don't want to get out of bed. Others may limit fluids excessively in the evening because they're worried about waking up. But both approaches can create problems. Holding your urine for long periods isn't a good habit, and severely restricting fluids can contribute to dehydration depending on your individual health situation.
The better approach is to understand why you're waking up so frequently. Maybe you're drinking a lot of fluids late in the evening. Maybe you're taking a medication that increases urination. Or perhaps frequent nighttime urination is related to another health issue. If you're regularly waking up multiple times every night to urinate, don't simply assume it's something you have to live with because you're getting older. Talk to your healthcare professional. And there's another important issue here. If you wake up to use the bathroom, don't jump out of bed immediately. This brings us to our fifth and final habit. Number 5. Don't get out of bed too quickly. This may be one of the most important nighttime safety habits for older adults. Imagine waking up suddenly in the middle of the night. You hear the urge to use the bathroom. You immediately sit up, then you stand. But your body hasn't fully adjusted yet. You feel lightheaded, your balance is off, and before you know it, you could stumble or fall. Some people experience what's called a drop in blood pressure when moving from lying down to standing. This can cause dizziness or lightheadedness. The risk may be higher in people taking certain medications or dealing with certain health conditions. That's why a simple habit can make a big difference. When you wake up, sit on the edge of the bed for a moment. Take a breath. Let yourself fully wake up. If you feel steady, stand slowly. Then use a light or nightlight so you can clearly see where you're walking. Avoid walking through a completely dark room. And keep pathways around your bed clear. Don't leave shoes, clothing, boxes, electrical cords, or other objects where you could trip. These small changes may seem insignificant, but when it comes to preventing nighttime falls, small changes can matter. One more thing you should never ignore. There is something else I want you to remember. Your nighttime routine can sometimes reveal problems that shouldn't be ignored. If you're suddenly waking up much more often than usual, if you're experiencing unusual shortness of breath, if you have chest pain, if you repeatedly feel faint, if you experience severe dizziness, or if something about your health has suddenly changed, don't simply blame it on getting older. Talk to a qualified healthcare professional. And if you ever experience symptoms that could indicate a medical emergency, seek emergency medical care immediately. The purpose of this video isn't to scare you. It's to help you become more aware. Because getting older doesn't mean you have to accept every problem as normal. The bottom line. Let's quickly review the 5 nighttime habits. Number 1. Avoid heavy meals immediately before bed. Number 2. Don't rely on alcohol as a way to fall asleep. Number 3. Avoid spending hours on your phone in bed. Number 4. Don't routinely ignore the need to use the bathroom. And don't excessively restrict fluids without medical advice. And number 5. Don't jump out of bed quickly in the middle of the night. Instead, slow down. Sit up. Get your balance. Turn on a light. And move carefully. Remember, your nighttime routine doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes protecting your health after 60 comes down to a few simple decisions repeated every day. Eat earlier when possible. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Be careful with alcohol. Make your bedroom safer. And give your body a moment to adjust when you wake up. Most importantly, pay attention to changes in your body. Your body is constantly giving you information. The key is learning to listen. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone over 60 who might benefit from these simple nighttime safety tips. And before you go, tell us in the comments, which of these 5 nighttime habits do you think you need to change first? Your answer could help someone else realize they're not alone. Take care of yourself, protect your health, and remember, getting older isn't about giving up the things you enjoy. It's about making smarter choices so you can enjoy more healthy years ahead.